Morning, friends. Trish and I are actually up in New Hampshire right now. It's the first time I've been able to visit Clara, who is now 2 months old, and we had Iris's second birthday on Sunday. So it's been a really rich week. I am out walking and have been praying for you this morning and just felt urged to send you this encouragement. I'm in my sixth seminary class right now that I've taken this year, and the last one I spent 2 weeks just sitting in the passage where Jesus calmed the storm, and I saw it in an entirely new light. As I studied it and just sat in it, the image when they wake Jesus up and he gets up and he calms the storm. It's really interesting. There's actually 3 rebukes in that passage, and the first rebuke is by the disciples, who are fearing for their life, even though they're fishermen, in the storm. And they turn and they see Jesus asleep, and they go back and they wake him up and they say, "Jesus, don't you care? Don't you care that we are perishing?" And I thought, how many times have I asked God that question? Don't you care about our family? Don't you care about all the brokenness that's going on right now? And as Jesus wakes up, he rebukes the wind, and then he rebukes the sea with 3 words, "Peace, be still." And you can just hear him shouting at the sea, as it's roaring and the wind is blowing, and you can just hear that loud rebuke. And then the image that really struck me as I sat in that scripture was when Jesus turned to the disciples with the sea calming behind him and the wind gone, and the only thing behind him, all of our struggles and our pain and the difficulty of our circumstances, what is causing us to fear, everything behind him, it's just foam on top of the water, completely calm. And he quietly says to them, he rebukes them and says, "Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?" And I just pictured myself in that boat, looking at my circumstances, what I was afraid of, through Jesus, recognizing that he is in the boat with Trish and I. He is in the boat with Marin and Alan as they search for jobs and look for a home. He's in the boat with us. And all of our difficulties, he has the power to quiet them with the word. And it was such a powerful image, and it's given me great comfort during this season where there's been so much upheaval and turmoil for many of our families, and for our culture and for the world. And then I pictured the disciples. They were all fishermen. How many of them in that moment thought back to Jonah? Because the passage is exactly parallel. They were sailors. A huge storm came. It overcame the boat. They were afraid for their life. They turned around and they saw Jonah asleep in another part of the boat. And they woke him, and they woke him with the same appeal. Will you talk to your God who may help us because we are perishing? The exact same picture. And I just saw the disciples just in their minds thinking right back to what happened in Jonah, and realizing, as they said, "Who is this that even the wind and the seas obey him?" Thinking right back to that, knowing that God is the only one who has that power. And I've just been praying and asking God to overwhelm me again with that kind of awe of who he is. I know that he is the one who created the world with a word and spoke it into being, and he's the one who cares for us. Jesus is God. So I just wanted to share that encouragement with you, knowing that many of you are facing difficult circumstances right now. Jesus is in the boat with you, and you can look at your circumstances through him, knowing he's the one who can deliver us. He's the one who came to set us free, not just from those circumstances, but from our own brokenness and the depth of our massive sin that we need to be set free from. So we love you. We're praying for you. Would love to hear from you how we can be praying for you. If you want to send a text or give us a call, we just cherish you guys, and may the Lord be with you today.